Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. After 20 years, it has finally happened. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Game Camilla here. And I just wanted to share some thoughts about some exciting news that we got yesterday during the Pokemon Presents. We are getting a brand new Pokemon Snap game. What? What? Seriously? We have asked for this. The gaming community has asked for this for so long. It's been 20 years. I've had such good memories as a kid playing Pokemon Snap. It's probably one of my favorite N64 games, and it was such a intriguing thing. But first, before we dive into that, let's talk about the announcement itself. So, there was a lot of things talked about yesterday. They talked about the Pokemon Smile thing, which is a cute thing for Pokemon, for little kids and parents. It's a free app. They've talked about the puzzle game that is coming next week on the 23rd, which is really interesting. It's going to be for the Switch, Android, and iOS. So that's interesting. That's cool. And, you know, I'm watching through, and they announced more information. Mega Evolutions is coming to Pokemon Go and all that. Yeah, dropping new Pokemon Snap news. Literally, the game is titled, at the moment, New Pokemon Snap. It's being developed by Bandai Namco, which it's not the first time that Nintendo and them have worked together. I mean, not even the first time for Pokemon, to be honest. They did Pokken Tournament on the Wii U, did the arcade, and obviously the re-release on the Switch. But they've worked in the past quite often of the years with Nintendo franchises, so this is interesting. That's exciting for me. And we don't have a release window for this thing, which semi-concerns me a bit, because we may not even be getting this year, and honestly, it might be something for next year. I mean, it looked interesting. Again, we are far removed from that generation of Pokemon. If I remember correctly, Pokemon Snap was based on the first generation. We are far ahead from that original 151. This is interesting. It looks really pretty from the screenshots. It's being developed for the Switch, so I mean, I guess that's not surprising. I'm excited. So for those out there that never got to experience the joys of Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Snap was an N64 game, a Nintendo 64 game that basically had you going around taking photos of other Pokemon. Which, I know on paper that sounds really weird and sounds really gimmicky, but it worked! It was actually technically an on-rails shooter. You go around and you have these different items. You have apples, you get pester balls, even the Pokemon flute, and you go through these areas and you try to get the best shot, and it's all about getting that high score and interacting with the environment. It sounds a little bit lame on paper, but it just worked then. I just remember it was such a chill game too, a relaxing game, but it was almost a bit of a puzzle game because you were trying to figure out, and you know, this was before, you know, even then, a lot of people used the internet to try to look up things, like to find out secrets and whatnot. And, you know, gamer magazines were still a thing, so that was our big source of finding information. The whole discovery thing was a huge thing for it. And, yeah, it was just such good times back then. So here we are. We are in 2020. A new Pokemon game is coming. It's quote-unquote under construction. And I'm excited, but a little bit... How can I say this? I'm a little bit worried because we are a little bit more, we're a lot more aware of things from then, you know. How, you know, secrets are going to be a big thing, especially in the age of the internet. So it's going to be definitely a game where they're going to have to really do this right. And doing it right means it's going to need a lot of content. And albeit, yeah, there's a lot more Pokemon, which is a good thing going for the game. We're not dealing with 151 Pokemon, we're dealing with hundreds more, which is a great thing. But they're going to really need to pile on the secrets. They're going to have a lot of imp death. The rail system, which I imagine is going to be somewhat similar, there's going to have to be multitudes of levels. There's going to have to... replayability is going to have to be a huge thing for the game. And a lot of variety. And that makes me wonder, like, can this work in 2020? I'm excited for it. Can it work as a full retail release? It could be very well that this game gets released as a digital version, you know, maybe a $30 release or whatnot, where it's not even a physical release, because people are a lot more aware of time. So is there a way that a Bandai Namco and Nintendo and Pokemon Company can make this work? It's going to require quite a bit of effort, and to be honest, I don't expect this game to come out this year, especially with that, you know, that tag under construction. It's probably going to be a game we won't see until next year in the fall, even, or the summer. But it's going to require quite a bit here. They're going to. I do believe they can make this work. It's just going to require a lot of replayability, a lot of secrets, like a lot of layers are going to need to be put into this. Unlockables could be a really big, good thing for the game. Back in the day with the original Pokemon Snap, yeah, it did have a good bit of replayability. Though once you figured out the game, you could burn through that game really, really fast. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Pokemon Snap speedruns are a thing. It's something that they're going to have to take good care in, especially when you're dealing with something that, honestly, for somebody like myself, I know that there's quite a few out there that this is right in the feels. This is nostalgia here. That is Pokemon Snap, childhood. You know, that's very important. There's a lot of care that's going to be about this. Honestly, to be honest, I think this would have been something that would have been easier done even during like the Wii days. Now that we're even, that far removed from the Wii, things are a lot more apparent. So, and I know that I've gotten a little bit of feedback from some younger players that never played Pokemon Snap, where they looked at that and they look at my excitement and other people's excitement, and they go like, "What? It's a Pokemon photography game." So there's going to be a lot of expectations and pressure on that to obviously to appease them, because even though nostalgia is a big thing about Pokemon, you always want to invite more new people in. So yeah, the pressure's on this one. I do believe they can knock it out. It's just the price point is going to be a big thing. If you're going to go for a full retail release, it's got to be packed pretty good to be worth that $60. If it goes for a digital download, I think it'd probably be a little bit easier to satisfy. A lot of people cut games to slack when it's not like a full retail release. Or we could be pleasantly surprised. Maybe it's a reduced price, and it's packed to the gills of stuff like Clubhouse games was, where even myself was like $40 for 51 parlor games. It's not gonna be worth it. Go to play. It's like, oh, it's worth it. It's worth it. So, yeah, I'm excited. I am excited about this. I'm overjoyed that they are making a Pokemon Snap game. This is pinch me. It's real. Real thing. It's going to happen. But now the pressure's on. It's got to make it happen. We'll see what happens. At the very least, we got another Pokemon Presents next week as well, so on the future of Pokemon. So there's a lot of Pokemon stuff that's coming out. It's exciting. It's a good time to be a Pokemon fan. Plus, I've been playing playing the expansion. I just played it for the first time. Came out yesterday. Played it for like 7 hours on Twitch last night. It was fantastic. I'm absolutely loving the expansion, and that's something I want to touch on a future vid. I just want to wait a few days for that because I know a lot of people are wanting to play it and then kind of overjoy it for them, experience it for themselves. But the short answer is go get it if you have Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's great. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. But with that, I'm going to leave you guys. Guys, check out the links below. I stream every day on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, except for Mondays and Thursdays. I have a Discord, the Kaiju Club Discord, that just keeps growing and growing and growing, and it blows my mind. Good group of people over there. They're hilarious. Great group of gamers. You gotta come. You gotta hang out there. And I have some other links out there. Check me out below. Guys, have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.